Welcome, everybody, to our Post Status WP Speakers virtual stage live. And today, our speaker is Muhammad Abdullah Khan, who is the owner and originator of Site Skite with over 10 years' experience in WordPress. He's also a martial artist with a sweet tooth, I understand. So maybe he'll tell us a little bit more about himself as he gets going. Today's topic is performance-driven UX, balancing beautiful design with speed. Welcome this morning, Abdullah.
Thank you, Michelle, for having me on today. It's a pleasure to join you and Post Status community for this conversation. You already explained my profile in detail. It's been since 2012. I'm doing website design and development,
Uh-huh.
and doing UX blockchain projects, and created many WordPress website, and is still creating and doing for WordPress industry. And right now, I'm the founder of Site Skite, which is the WordPress site management tool. So my today's presentation is a must-have information for UI UX designers, web
Mm-hmm.
developers, and web designers. So before deep dive into my presentation, I would like to say thank you, Michelle, for organizing this WP Speaker Virtual Stage Series where I'm presenting to you and to the community through your channel. And I keep following you on internet, to be honest. Like, you are doing so much for WordPress community in many ways. You're already doing big things. Thank you, Michelle.
Oh, it's my
So
pleasure. Well, thank you for being our second speaker in
I
this series. I really appreciate that. And all of this will live on our YouTube forever. So creating all this great evergreen content. I'm excited to have you here and excited for people to learn, for me to learn more about what your topic is
You
today.
are the
So
light for everyone. Honestly,
you're very sweet.
you are the light. In like, I have following you on social media. The way I learned a lot of from you in your past life experience of the way you are doing for WordPress industry. So today
Well,
you bring me and so many people in the industry. Hats off.
Well, thank you. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure for sure. Well, I'm going to take myself off the stage, give it to
Okay.
you. Feel
Okay.
free to add your screen. I will be paying attention. For anybody watching, go ahead and put any questions you have in the chat. We will ask them at the end of the presentation. So
Okay.
thank you. And the stage is yours.
Okay. Let me start sharing my screen and let me connect my screen here. Oops. Okay. So hopefully my screen is started clearly. Michelle, you can confirm.
Yes, you're set.
Okay. So I have go through my already introduction. Yes, I just forget to mention that I already spoke on Upwork and recoded ADP list mentors. These are the things. But let's go to the presentation right now. So my topic is today performance driven UX, delegate balance between performance and beautiful design. Being in UX design space, for me, beautiful design means the web design should work for the end user. The user comes to your website, they can make a communication with you, make a contact with you, means lead. If they are like making a purchase on your website, they from visitor to they become a customers. But these important actions can be easily done and served to the end user with best UX practices. But if your website performance is slow, badly coded, and the UX design or UX strategy not implement properly, so these type of conversion later on not going to be happen, because 1 year before or 1 month before you created a website, you don't know is it right for the production cycle when you're advertising it. So we are going to discuss about more detail about how we are going to eliminate this problem. And whenever we are giving our creating a website or giving to the website to the customer, our customer, they will always love our work in the end. Because if we get a bad product to the end, our customer, they will never comes to us. And we also should know what are those bad practices that we should not never follow in upcoming next projects. And we should know like how to make the web better, that serves for the end user and for yourself in a nice way. So let's talk about the fundamental tension. First of all, Like as we know on internet, we they are, you can see, award winning design agencies, award winning web design, beautiful designs. uh, for me, like I would say, like mostly I'm saying, like, don't create websites that wins award, create websites which win customers. So what does it mean is that the mean is like most of our customers want like their website that wows to their visitors by visual appeal, animations and interactions, and it should load faster. But often these website, design heavy website doesn't load fast, or simple website load faster, but that's not most of the case. When I optimize so many websites, I found it's because most of the time those websites were poorly coded, poorly architect, and didn't use the power of proper WordPress CMS in the background. So it makes the website slow. So the good news is we are going to learn more detail about that. So what are those impacts? First, we need to understand the impact of the slow website. According to the Google data, we all know that 53% of 53% of user from mobile abandon the website if it takes more than 3 seconds, which means each additional loading times reduces the conversion by 7%. As since 2021, Google Core Web Vital directly impacting your website ranking based on website performance. So beautiful designs mean nothing if end user close your website without seeing it, close their tab without seeing it. So that's is very important to know. You created a very nice website, you paid so much to the your developer or designer, as a customer, or you yourself as in like freelancer or as a service provider, spend so much time, but in the end you don't have the conversion. So where is the UX here? Performance driven UX. I am telling you in the next more slides how to solve this entire issue, and we can have more conversion, because in the user experience we are talking about more conversions. So next slide. Yes. So the goal is, in today's presentation, the goal is we will create the website design live, and we will test also it should perform well. So my target is to create a website, apple.com, world famous website we all know. So right now I will develop using WordPress editor inspired by Jamie WP from Poodle Press. Okay, so like I will develop in front of you guys everything, and then we will validate this presentation according to the development cycle I am go through in live validation. Before that, we will go to the little theory. So don't be excited that much. You are jumping to the nice practical right now. So first we need to understand the website performance. So we will going to use Google Core Web Vitals, where Google Core Web Vitals actually provide three critical metrics to measure website performance. The first one is the LCP, largest contentful paint, which we are aiming to under 3 seconds. What is LCP? LCP is like the entire website serve like taking how much seconds, within seconds. So it should be under 3 seconds. Remember this thing, because after 3 seconds, as I mentioned, each additional time taking reducing your conversion by 7%. The second metric is FID, first index input. This is actually when user open the browser and type in the URL on the browser, and that browser communicate with the server. So that is the FID, first input delay, and it should be under 100 ms. And cumulative layout shift, CLS. The third one is cumulative layout shift, CLS. Remember this, when browser sees your website in first second how it sees, in second how it sees, and it appears to you. So the way you code your website, it all should always gracefully appears every second. It should not be like uh, the slider comes first but the header comes later, came later after that. So it should load properly immediately. We are going to discuss about all these tips and tricks which makes you, it enables you to create a best website which looks most of the time good, appears good, and performant. So this slide is like, what are those beautiful design elements that kill performance? If you already have the website and it has performance issue, or your customer website, just immediately see these five uh, areas, where large hero images and carousels, uh, like if your website has so many images, large hero images, and it's not optimized, let's say carousel, and each carousel have, like let's say 12 thumbnails, and each thumbnail is 1 MB, so you are loading 12 MB in a web page. Or although like your entire web page is more than 20 MB, think about that, you are aiming to download 20 MB on your browser in less than 3 seconds. It's not a good practice. User can open your website on mobile, the mobile memory can go be like break after that. So it's better to review these large images, and carousels, how it's coded, the images, how it used, and video background and rich media. The second one is video background rich media. Yes, if you are uploading the videos on your website on your server and directly using the source file to call it from your, it will use your bandwidth of the website. And when you have a lot of bandwidth, that's fine, but we don't have bandwidth. So it's like that, when your website bandwidth is finishing, your website automatically loads slow. And also, like your server is not highly optimized for video rendering, you need to use YouTube or Vimeo or any content delivery network to host those media rich files and stuff to the end user. So you need to validate. Still in some cases, like customers wants to upload the video, so then you need to know that mp4 video, it should be h2.64 format, plus like it should be under 10 MB would be great. Other than like it will create a page load time so much. So I will talk about like how to use it. Like you need to put a poster image in order to avoid delay on the video side. Animation and parallax effect. So the animation is like if you are using a lot of JavaScript to just have an animation, parallax effect, it also create the slower website. So does it need it that much parallax or animation based on JavaScript? You need to decide it. This is also a validation part to on your website performance test. Web font. Everyone want custom web fonts which serves their standards of the website and services. I recommend like to have custom web fonts. It should be a very optimized file size. Plus, only for headings, the like system font should serve for the body weight, because each font style, font weight create an extra HTTP request on the server. So it's create more delay on your website, and sometimes people install so many web fonts on their website, and even though they are not using on the website, but it's keep loading on the background. So these are the things, these are the elements need to be validated, those beautiful elements. Plugin overload. Yes, interesting part. This is like by nature of WordPress, like it's a dynamic database driven CMS, and we can install plugins without paying any fee, like other Squarespace and Wix, where we for a small feature we have to pay. But WordPress is a universe of plugin. For a small feature, we are installing big plugins. So always mindful, for a small feature, you have a lot of code available on internet that you can copy and paste on functions.php and can have that feature. If that feature you wanted is very complex, you can always install the plugin, but try to keep up under 5. Like number of plugins, I'm recommending to be less than 5 on your website. And by when installing the plugin, let's say SEO plugin you are installing, so you need to first decide which SEO plugin you need to install. It should have good reviews, good number of amount of downloads, when last updated, the support behind that, everything should have the 5 rating, 4.5 above rating. So you have the, you have peace of mind that okay, you are inviting someone in your home, and that person is good. So if the website is your home actually, and you are installing a plugin which can later on be a security threat for you, so you should be very aware about that, which plugin you are going to install. And please don't bloat your website with a lot of plugins. It don't need it, most of the time no need it. Okay, so practical implementation and tips. Yes, this is very important, where the juniors and not much experienced people missing about that. The first of all, modern image optimization techniques. Yes, we know that JPG, PNG files are good for resolution size or optimized, but now we have WebP, which is more than 25% to 35% more, taking less resources of the file size, and also lossless, visually nothing in comparison to like same. So you have the best part is install any webp format, or actually by default WordPress now support webp format. So always upload webp format images in your browser, for in your website. Also use source set attribute on the website when you installing the creating a WordPress website. What is source set attribute? It's a HTML attribute when you are coding. So let's say if you are uploading the file, large wide size image file, which is maybe 10 MB, and it can be better for a wide screen monitor, maybe 26-inch monitor, 21-inch monitor. But for desktop 13-inch monitor or for mobile, does it make sense to load that much big image which has 10 MB file size and wide? No. So source side attribute, what it does, you define, okay, this wide screen image for like above the following dimension, this is small size image for the mobile device, which you give the dimension. It's a source side attribute. Use source side attribute. I'm telling you, when you render the page, it appears immediately faster, because it's no on mobile. I need to load just a small size of the image, not the big size of image. So most of the developers, front-end developers, don't use this practice. I would request like use source side attribute. The good part is WordPress already doing this. Gutenberg, actually native blog editor, already doing this thing. Like the way it's day by day improving, growing, it has those best practices. But still you need to know if you have already established WordPress sites came to optimize it, is this practice is there or not. There are so many famous page builders. We need to always test it. So implementing effective lazy loading. Yes, this is very great point. You need to add loading lazy attribute in your images or the objects, which actually decides automatically when page scrolls, when the visible area comes, it automatically appears. So what does it mean? So every time it doesn't make an HTTP request, it automatically decide when to load. So in the end user always see your website immediately, but maybe it didn't, user didn't went to the footer area or the bottom of the page or the carousel area, so it will not load immediately till user wanted to scroll down and see it. So lazy loading with loading lazy attribute, remember this, always does the magic. Okay, critical CSS and render path optimization. See, this is what we all do when we start learning front-end development, that we create one CSS file, and after that we create many pages on the website. Let's say 5 pages we created: home, about, service, contact page. And on the home page we are loading, because the see all the CSS in one CSS file. So the entire CSS which is not required to be loaded on home page for contact us form, for example, it's take time to load, and you are waiting, for example, for one additional second. That is not need to be does, like it's not important. So for homepage you need to have the, for example, immediately you can show some critical CSS in the backend, which can show the immediate homepage, and in the background you call those entire pages CSS, which end user didn't feel it, that website always appear quickly. It does not need to wait to load all the pages CSS till website load. So critical CSS, inline CSS does the magic for performance, which also block editor, I see this thing, block editor doing smartly. Whenever required the CSS for the specific page, it calls first, and other pages CSS, it doesn't load immediately till it require. So always decide how, like the number of CSS code which is important for the home page, and contact form CSS should not be call it, or it call when it's called when it's needed and to be in the end. Okay, hopefully my screen did not stop it. Michelle, can you check my screen disconnected? Just a second, it's disconnected, I guess.
Yes, it's disconnected.
Okay, again, can you please connect?
Of course.
Okay, present, share screen, and entire screen. Okay, I do understand why it disconnected because my mouse was not moving. My bad. Okay, so font display. So the font display strategy, yes, we love our custom fonts on the website, but always try to use fallback fonts like Arial, Times New Roman. What happens is like when the web font, custom font takes time to load, maybe the file size is like too much, so it immediately load the system font, so end user will didn't see any difference till the new font appears. The website looks good to them, fine to them, so gracefully it actually replace the font, and user understand, okay, now the new font appears, but website comes fast. So remember this strategy, always use fallback fonts till your custom font appears. Performance cautious animation. Yeah, it is important to use CSS based animation which use transform and opacity, which use GPUs. uh, don't use please JavaScript based animation which like thread to block most of the time, and most of the CSS animation on application level, on website level, is always available in CSS by different transition properties in modern browsers and modern CSS3. So CSS based animation is way to go. WordPress caching approaches. Yes, this is for like if your website is so many pages and very traffic savvy website, always install cache plugin, which actually reduce the database queries. And also on the server level, you can install memcache or redis to reduce those server load and database communication most of the time to the end user. So in the end user will always serve with the static content. It appears faster like an HTML, or it save WordPress resources or server resources as well. So but it is also recommended for when your website is growing and or you started your social media advertising and Google ads or something. So the caching always works in most cases. And let's go to the next slide. This is very important, design decision framework. So based on my previous two slides, this third slide is actually important. Comes to, okay, you know what to question, when to add something, and how to validate. So question before adding design element, like if for example if you want to add a bootstrap library to just have the thumbnail hover effect, that button appears on the thumbnail, this is, I'm telling you, wrong, because that entire bootstrap library for just for thumbnails and pop-up you are adding, which is wrong. The entire bootstrap library can be used for creating must full-fledged websites and dashboards. For basic features, icons, no needed. So you need to decide when adding the element first of all. Also when you're creating a design also, like you need to decide, is it this type of design, it has so much file size for this information, takes time, and it creates the website performance effect as well. So you need to be like very like optimistic, like what you need to put in first place when making a decision, because in the end your website going to be compromised, customer website going to be compromised just because of poor decisions, like bad decisions. Setting performance budget, very important part. As initially I said, like your website should load under 3 seconds, so we should know this thing, like under 3 seconds our website should load. This is our budget, 3 seconds. And whenever we are adding the section on the website, we need to keep check practically, like on using Google Core Web Vitals. If it's going more than 3 seconds, remove those sections or decide how to handle this thing, because it should be under 3 seconds and this is your budget of performance. When to compromise? Yeah, it is, yes. You're not every time remove the big images, videos, but there is the way. Like for example, sometimes like you have portfolio or case studies where you want to discuss more detail about those service product case studies. On that case, in that landing page, you need images, videos. But for from home page, you can redirect user, because the home page load faster, because you implement all the elements smartly. So the end user has the trust. So once the trust established, user know when I will click on the case study page, it will take time because it's big landing page. And when the landing page appears, you need to use progressive loading bar, so user understand, okay, something going to be appear, it's keep loading. But we establish the trust. So this is the way it is. Like initially I said about CS inline critical CSS, this is also like a when to compromise. On the homepage, we just wanted to load the homepage CSS, but in background, we can load the external CSS for other pages in the behind the scenes. Communication with the client, yes, it's important. Like when sometimes customer giving so much content to put on the website, they have dream of these in video interview to be present on the website, which is like more than 100 MB and taking 30 minutes to entire to watch entirely. You need to tell customers, like your customer, based on the content. Like if I add this type of content on the website, it can create the performance issues. The performance issue directly affect your hosting performance, can cause bandwidth issues, and there are so many users can globally access your website. So we need to install, set up content delivery network as well. So are you okay with that, with the performance compromised performance? If they say yes, so that's fine, you are on a safe side. Otherwise, they will come up later on and will say, you made a website, it's working slow, I don't know, you have to fix it. So be mindful about this. These things when you're adding the content on the website, because our target is under 3 seconds, uh, to to have more conversions, because in the end, good website create better conversion, better user experience. So now it's time to start the live demo practice session. As initially I mentioned, we can create a website, and then we will validate all those tips and tricks. And this time I'm going to make apple.com website. To You will understand apple.com layout clone. Technically, I'm doing right now using Gutenberg editor. The big images savvy content website, and how it's going to be loaded. Thank you. So Michelle, I'm going to switch to my other screen because I would love to use the big screen. Let me present the other screen. Share the screen. Okay, where I can, yes, it is. Okay, so that's great. As we are seeing, this is beautiful apple.com website. So let me do like this a little. So this is a WordPress site we just created. You can always install WordPress sites instantly using sitesky.com. Just instantly create, and then start building. So let me go to the appearance. First of all, we remember this thing. We are going to use page speed, Google page speed tool, to validate our entire website design and development. And then we will use all those elements. See how much big website this is. Okay. And this is right now I'm going to develop, but we will see how faster we can develop and how faster it is. So let's get started. Appearance, editor. So save our time, I just upload some background images in the media library. So that's smarter. Otherwise, we will take more time. So I want to create the first template of the home page. So front page. Okay. So when we are creating the front page template, it's automatically suggesting me the templates, but I wanted to create from scratch. Yes, interesting. Okay, so I want to add first template part. To save our time, I just created a basic header. Header and footer I pre-configured because I want to type and I don't want to waste your time. It's very simple. You know how to create the rows and these icons, but the later screens, I'm going to display everything. And then we will create a group. Okay. Once we create a group, we need to mention clearly, use the inner inside layout details. And then we can set it to, yeah, it is movable, sticky header. So let's set it to sticky. Save it and refresh the page. Okay, so what we do now, we created one header section which has the icons, and that's it. Simple is that. Let me check the speed right now. This is our first rule. Whenever we add any section, remember that we need to validate the entire speed performance using Google Core Web Vital, how its FCP is, everything. So it saves our time for later on debugging what those sections were not working. So, and I'm telling you, see, it's taking 2.7 second just because it does has only header. Okay, so everything is fine, looks fine, and it's showing 100%. uh, the first content paint is 0.3 seconds. Okay, and largest content paint is 0.4 seconds. And in mobile, because it doesn't have enough information comes up right now, so the total is 1.2 seconds in first place. So let's see, and this is, you can see the cumulative layout shift. So first input index delay, it's the one who decide this thing. Okay, okay, let me start this next session without wasting more time. So we see this section as in title, cover. Okay, okay, fine. Let me create the new insert after. Okay, and then I want to make it cover. Yes. Okay, I will choose from media library. I uploaded the images to save our time by default. Okay, so I choose the following image. Remember to have a title to have a better SEO. And yes, yes, so it looks good. Okay, and what we wanted, let me close this area here. MacBook Air sky blue color. Okay, so yeah, and one more thing, I want to additionally, I want forget to add this here. So we have the styles, you can see on the top right side, and in the style I choose the palette. Then we go to the colors, and I created this custom colors, like this header BG, buttons BG, text color, footer BG, and hyperlinks, to just to save our time. Just it was simple. You can just add it any color like this, color one, demo. Okay, and then you can just add it like this. Done. So you have the color palette. So I just wanted to save my time here, so I just created, so you will understand we can use our custom color palette, and which we can reuse it. So same goes for the typography as well, and everything. Close it. Okay, and then we will open our sidebar, important area. Okay, so when I click it here, I need to first remove this design. I don't want this overlay thing. Okay, and it's on the top, and there's an image and this gradient. Okay, so I want the title should be on the top. It's important because if you see the entire website, if we decide best technical details for one section, which we can reuse it in all the section. Same goes to the another blocks as well. So we should spend little time on this section, and then everything will be faster. Yes, go to here and then choose it on the top. Okay, it says MacBook, oops, MacBook Air, full stop. Okay, it's not and then I will decide the heading to be H2 and size to be okay. As we are cloning the website, it's allowed to see the exact size. Okay, I just click the inspect element, and then I can see what is the font size for H2. 56, font weight 600. Okay, so let's go here and then choose from EM to pixel. 56. Okay, and then we will choose appearance, which is default. I would choose the medium, no, bold. Okay, that looks good. I'm not going to install the Apple font right now. It'll take time because it's a proprietary issue, but we can see how we are going. No, it's not a full stop here. Remove the full stop. And then after that, we can add the new block, which is sky blue color subheadings. And the subheading has 28 pixels. Okay. Okay, it should be align center and 28 pixel appearance default. Well, this looks like semi bold, right? Looks good or not? Sky blue, no, that's medium. Okay, it's a medium. And then let's duplicate it. Command Shift D. Okay, it's a Command Shift D in you know. Okay, for duplicate this entire, and I would say like this looks to me. Let me open the website. How much this is? 692 pixels coming, but I have to this way. If we decide 692 pixels, it's wrong. We need to see what is the actual size of the image and what are those factors this size is decided. Okay, so the image is already 300 pixels, 3008 pixels. This is important to understand. In Apple website, they use the large size images to load. They can afford it, but we will use source side attribute. Okay, and 692 pixel, fine. We will use the same height then to have same results. Go for like this, 692. Yes. Okay, that's good. And we have some spacing issue. I'm clearly seeing here. Let me fix it. As I initially mentioned, this is important to first we need to solve the issues, so we will not face in all other sections. Okay, heading 0 or margin 0, I guess. Let me check the margin. Much better. And a little bit top spacing comes here. Okay, so I would say like little bit from come here from top 10. Okay, so we have this one, and then this section also have this top little padding, if we notice. So what we is this? It looks like we have the padding around 55 pixel top and bottom. Okay, fine. So we will choose the section here like this. Go to the here padding 55 pixel. Tara, that's good. So we have the minimum 692 set already, and the heading is here. Now we need the buttons. Learn more button buy now and this creative. So let's start the button as well. How can I add the button? No. Button. Cool. Learn more, and duplicate, buy. Okay, so it comes to me little blank, and then I will choose center, and let's observe the design. It's a little smaller, and yes, so we do have padding information. Yes, 11 pixel top and bottom. Okay, and 21 pixel left and right. So going to choose this same padding top and bottom of 11 pixel. Not sorry, not this here. On the buttons. because we created the first button. Let me delete this one then, and then first fix this one first. Then we can reuse it. Okay, 11. I don't like the 11. Why it should not 12 or? But we are cloning right now. What can we do? And what was the other expect details? Uh, 11 and 21. Yes, 11 and 21. Yes, but maybe they have some big uh, reason behind that, because 21 is not 22. Duplicate by. The style is like the color I will going to choose. Background is a button. Okay. And the font looks to me smaller, so I will choose a smaller. And then this one is outline, and the border color I want this smaller, and the text color is this. Okay, so important part is we have some spacing here coming. Go to this section, following section, and then I think maybe margin I need to fix. Yes, margin I need to fix. That's it. Save it and refresh. Cool, we have it, but it's still there is little space here. No big deal, we can add this space before, but we need to build for Apple Intelligence to add this thing. Let me go here, uh, CTA, and then this is build for Apple Intelligence. Okay, build for Apple Intelligence. And then we can add build for Apple Intelligence. It need to be align center, and I would say, because it's bottom, I would add little go to following dimensions, margin, and then from top I will choose to say 100, not 100, 400. Good. Okay, yes, now looks better. And we also need the gradient effect. So here, as we are cloning the website, we can always can see what are they doing. Okay, they have AI gradient class, and the AI gradient class does this beautiful, colorful stylization effect. So where it is? Here, where you are. Let me check. I did this thing or not. Let me first, I will copy this AI gradient class. Sorry, here. Yes, AI gradient. I don't need this. For safe side, that much work we have done it, we should not lose it. So yes, it's coming. Let me show you why it's came. To save my time, what I did, going to the sorry here, additional CSS, and I copy paste the entire CSS from here. This is like that. So once you copy paste the CSS like this, okay, it will be like that. It comes like that. Okay, so this was the main reason. You can add additional CSS from the top right style icon, and then you can place it. Let me open the following one. But this looks little thin. I want little appearance medium, but appearance should be more medium. Yeah, now looks better, right? Save and test. Boom. So now you see clearly we just successfully clone the header section, but the important part is not to make this just beautiful design, but to have the performance test. So let's see. Go on up and check how it is. Drum rolls. Um, okay, it's under 1.2 second, and they didn't get. Maybe still they didn't publish. No, it should be published. Let me check. Sometimes cache issue will happen, so you can always put question mark and recall it. Ah, yes, finally it appears. Okay, so this was the must have information here too when I presented in the presentation about those CLS and first contentful paint speed index. So overall our website is within our budget, which is 2.4 second. Right now we just cover one section. Let's see how it goes. And the first contentful paint is 1.4 second, and largest one 1.5 second. So total actually website is comes in 1.5 seconds, but speed is on average 2.4 seconds for mobile especially. When it comes to the desktop, it's everything as in like clear, like comes in within 1 seconds with an average, and largest contentful paint is 0.4. So largest contentful paint, like the main maximum, the biggest content is should be under 3 seconds, and the maximum speed should be under 3 seconds. So we all still in a good scenario right now, good scene right now. So let's see what is next for us. The next for us, this black screen looks so good. So it says with one heading, I will just duplicate it, finish it, because we did design and develop properly. Okay, one important thing. See, let me open it. Not this thing, view page source. So you see, one thing is WordPress automatically deciding which is the critical CSS to be placed in first place to load the website. So though they have the styleman.css, which has so much to load, but still the important CSS, which actually shows the website navigation, everything, it loads first on the body. And in the background, how much time it will take, but the first immediate CSS can, like these block CSS can appear and load the website. So that's why make the block editor more faster than other editors. And this is my favorite. And the other part which I talk about, the source set, as we uploaded the large images, very very large images. If you see a pull left sign, let me go here, the figure. If you open this image, open in new tab, it's very big. It's very big, very big image. Okay, but how WordPress handle this thing? This is the best part, like having the best world best class CMS, which does this optimization technique without thinking us to revalidate all the best practice. So let me show you. Let me go to the best. Let me go here. This is our container. Here you can see the by default it understand what is the dimension required the image, and automatically it creates one source URL, also source set URL based on different size, like cover 256 pixel, 300 white pixel, 1024 white pixel, 68 wide, like so it has multiple source URL it generates. So in the end, mobile user will be served faster, user will be served faster, and widescreen user, desktop user will serve faster, because we are handling multiple source attribute for the image. And this is good for uh, this practice actually good for when we are doing advertising, uh, or our blog posts become viral on social media or on Google. So if you have placed these type of best practices, your website never going to be down easily, and it generate business on the right time. So let's start close this shenanigan things about WordPress block editor. Let's go to the new section, and I would say let me duplicate it. What ways was the duplicate? Yes, here. Yes, it is. And this time I will replace with the other option. What is that? This laptop showing MacBook Pro, a work of smart. Oops, yes it is. Title is are here. Okay, MacBook Pro. Here you go. A work of smart. A work of smart. A work of smart. Yes, it's still I would like little thin. Let me change this ideology. Let me delete it. First delete it, and then instead of medium, let's go to the regular or light. Yes, light looks good, fine. And this also light, light, save. So we just created another section of the website, and now it's not going to be take our more time. We have Apple Intelligence. Just change the image, learn more and buy, blah blah blah, all this stuff. Now the next section is iPad Pro. Just duplicate this section. How cool is it? We are going to make world best website very easier using Gutenberg editor. Command Shift D. Okay, and then iPad Pro. Okay, unbelievable thin, incredible. I always recommend please copy the text. Sometimes it creates problems when you typo mistakes. I have gone through in my life so much. Now learn more and buy. This is it. This is the title, and just need to replace the image. Here we go. Okay, replace media library and this. One thing I noticed, Apple website has little margins on these two, all this, like a grid margins appears. So we can have it for R also. Simple. Can I select multiple? Yes. And then we can add margin top bottom 10 pixels. Yes, it comes. Good. Now the surprise to see, we added now two more sections, and how it looks. The header automatically fixed because in WordPress we said sticky, and there is one typo still bad to see with full stops. With Sky performance with M4, actually with M4 and sky blue color full stop, because full stop is the thing important. Yes, it is. Now we will see again. Drum roll. Let's see. So during when I just describe the details like about the images. So when we choosing the image, also we need to decide that much important is this image is the graphic design is it should convert. If you notice in this design, these buttons are not the image, these are HTML buttons. If I will place like a JPG or PNG file, just buttons to just use it here to click, it's a design decision. We can always use HTML to have these type of designs. Like, of course, with HTML, we are not going to make the real images, but buttons we can do. So this is a trade-off here. We need to understand which design element we are going to use in the website to have the best website performance. And yes, now we can see still we are in 2.5 seconds. The bottom section I can clearly see it started, and first content full paint is 1.4 second, large is 1.7, and desktop is still we are on a good space, and largest 0.5 speed in 0. So like our website is now performant still, but let's see the last few section more. iPad Pro and this grid, we have now big 6 blocks are coming. So as initially I mentioned, I spend more time here, so now I will spend in one more block time here, and then we can reuse it. Quite easy. Okay. Okay, so let's go to the cover. This is a tricky part. I would like to add here a column. Yes, a column I would like to add. Yes, a column with 2 blocks. Yes, and then what I want here. Sorry. Okay, these sections interesting. So what we can do, it's simple. We can reuse these cover blocks in columns as well, and then adjust accordingly. Little bit tricks required, but this can be usable. So Command Shift D, duplicate, and then I will put on my first column. Okay, and then first we will work on the first column, and then we will fix this entire row. Okay, and the image is iPhone 16 Pro built for Apple Intelligence. Okay, iPhone 16 Pro, iPhone 16 Pro, and sorry, built for Apple Intelligence. For Apple Intelligence. Why this is this? Close it. And learn more and buy. But if you notice, the grid headings are smaller and buttons are smaller, so we can't replicate as it is. We need to little tweak it. So as we are copying the existing website, so why not we should see what is the difference of the size here. 40 pixels. It was, I think, 52. Now 40 pixels for main heading, and for subheading 21 pixels. So 40 pixels. Yes, 56. It was 40 pixel and 21 pixels. And padding was for the buttons. Font size is 14 pixels. Font size is 14 pixels, and there is no padding reference initially. No, padding is 7.7. Okay, so 14 pixels font size, pixels 14, and 7. Yes, good to go. I will delete this. Why should I reconfirm everything? Command Shift D, by, and then it will be outline. Oh, I need to go through this all those stuff. The best part about Gutenberg is block editors automatically decide the colors when it's in the background. And this is fine. So learn more and buy. Yeah, but it has the blue color one. Yes. So automatic color was white inverted, so we need to change the color. Like color, text color. Actually, text color we need to do. Background color need to clear. Yeah, that's it. Okay. And yes, learn more is white. Buy is the one. Okay, so we created this section with the okay, the image is top and the section is bottom. I just noticed this thing so bad. And then I will choose the bottom, and I will remove this Apple Intelligence. Delete. It will automatically understand to go bottom. That's the beauty. Media library. Yes, Apple picture I uploading. Boom. This looks so good, right? Let me duplicate this entire cover. Command Shift D, but this time in the column. Okay, and in the column we have to see what are those settings which creates the block spacing. Left, right, let's say 0, 10. Okay, top, bottom. But it's coming from the from here. So we have the 10 10 here already, and then comes from up, maybe from here as well. So margin 0. Okay, block spacing 0, but it's come from here as well. First I want to remove the extra margin, then I can decide much better what I need to do. Not padding, sorry, margin as well. Where is we have the cover. Yes, in cover we have this margin thing. Finish it. Oh god. Going to be a margin thing. Okay, now it's finished cover, but we need to make sure we should have the 10 top bottom 10 margins 10. Yes, yes, now we are safe. Then it will create a grid. Okay, and the second one is the other image we can use. Just it is 16. Okay, and then we will click here, replace here, media library, and then the following image we will use, and then choose the top. Okay, what is the color behind that? Paragraph and following. Okay, I can't select multiple, not bad. No. Upon 16, text color, white. Okay. Text color, white. Okay. And save. Yes, it looks good. So we add additional section. Our job is to again test it. Okay, so the test means we'll see what are those changes happen now, because now images are increasing in the website, and now the critical time arrive. Actually, we have to see the details. Okay, fine. Still, now for mobile it reaches 3.1 seconds, and the largest contentful paint is 5 seconds, because we added the image. And for desktop we are in under 1 second, under 3 seconds. So still we are in safe hands. So let's go. Okay, duplicate this entire column, Command Shift D. Okay, and what is the next section is Apple Watch, and the Mac does that. So this looks similar to me. Okay, this looks similar to me, and the existing are headings. One more thing, like, did we have the H3 here? This will be the bad if I didn't choose the H3. It's so bad. Like, we need to use H3. Yes, because for SEO perspective, we need to little prioritize which should be in H1 and H2 and H3. So I should not practice something bad which can create SEO problem later on. So it should be H3 this time, because the first important 2 section has an H2. So the H3 it is. And this one is, let me copy paste. Mac does that. And see how easy. Okay, replace media library. And where is the image? Here it is. Insert. Okay, this time we need to remove the color. Clear. Clear. Okay. Yes. Okay. Mac does that. Yes, Mac does that. It's this. Learn more and buy. Learn more. Just learn more. So we have this button, remove, delete, learn more, and everything else looks fine. The other one is watch with it doesn't has the heading with the title, just subheading actually, thin stand. So let's replace this media library. And where is the apple? Yes, it is here. And the heading should be on the top. Sorry, here, and here will be, do we have option from here? We can go to the image, replace with the image. No. So what we can do, we can remove it and say image. Cool. And then we can use the, not use from here, media library. Yes, I already uploaded watch series. Okay, it should be center align center. Okay, and what it says, thin stand classic. So thin stand classic, I will placing here. Okay, and learn more and buy. Learn more and buy. So I will continue to the next section now. Watch. So let's see what is the difference.
We're actually over time now, so we're gonna have to wrap it up here.
Okay, I will just do right now in a minute. Thank you for acknowledging me back here. So let me it by adding the footer. Template part. How much time we can Michelle?
We're already 7 minutes past the hour, so
okay, fine, it's finished now. Just two sections didn't add which we can be replaced as we see in the video. So let me validate the speed now of the website. Here it is. Good. We are good. We are in under 2.5 seconds now, which was we were aiming for 3 seconds. It happens good. And for desktop, we are in 1 second. So we have the website in 1 second for the desktop, and we have the website for mobile for within 2.5 seconds. The best website we just copied from apple.com, and we created using block editor. So this is, if we use the best practices, we can create even the big, larger scale website. So in the end, before wrapping up this conversation, let me stop this screen sharing. Yes. So I would like to say, Michelle, thank you for arranging this great WP Speaker Virtual Stage Series, where where I and many other people can share knowledge and learn from each other. You are always work contributes towards to the WordPress community, strengthening WordPress community. It's literally a pleasure to have you always and learn from you. And to the audience, I would say, like, performance is not just a technical metric. It's about respecting your users' time and increasing customer experience, user experience. So with my today's presentation, hope you guys learned a lot and you'll implement those best practices for your next project.
Let me share a couple. I'll share a couple of the comments that came in. One,
Uh-huh.
Christoph said he absolutely loves that you're running performance tests as you're developing the page and wishes that more people did that. And
Thank you.
Fahad says that it's good to plan that optimization ahead. So thank you
Uh-huh.
for that as well. So thank you for a great presentation. This will stay live on our website and will be included in our newsletter later today, as well as stay on our YouTube channel.
Just one thing I would like to addition. This entire website I will share with you a link, so user can duplicate it and reuse and edit it. So you can post on
Excellent.
YouTube, then they can copy the URL.
Sounds
Thank
great.
you,
We'll put it
Michelle. Thank you,
in the
post
post
leaders.
as well. My pleasure. And next week we will be speaking with Hadass Golzaker, who is going to talk about evolution, not revolution, community-led rebranding. So we can look for that in next week's presentation. Thank you again, Abdullah. Thank you for sharing your vast knowledge. Much
Thank you, everyone.
appreciated.
Thank you.